the macaroon has a really an interesting story behind it. How I know that there's a history behind this cookie far more than just 2 years ago it showed up in America.
So first of all, it really started at the 17th century, 16th, 17th century. Okay, he comes from the Medici family, the Italian family that Catherine de Medici became queen by marrying one of the king of France and everything. So it's a large family in Italy. He started with one of their pastry chefs who came up with this cookie, and so he started a long time ago. So he was called macaroni. Of course, macaron, it was called macaroni. Now when we think about macaroni, we think about pasta.
Yes.
But at that time, that cookie was called macaroni, and it's the truth. But at that time, when the Italian making them, it was just one shell. So basically, that was the Italian version of it.
Just the shell.
That was the way they were selling them. Okay, just a shell, no filling, no filling, just a plain cookie. Okay. Pierre Desfontaines, at the beginning of the century, 1918 or 22, something like this. Pierre Desfontaines was the founder of La Durée. They have a store here in New York City, and of La Durée. That it's a very old store in Paris. It's a staple. And Pierre Desfontaines, which was the original owner, was a pastry chef, and he got the idea of putting a filling in the middle and sticking them together, and here become what we call the Parisian macaron. And it's not, we all call it French macaron, but actually when you go to France, there is many places where they have some cookies that look pretty much the same, but not exactly the same. Some of them are cracked on purpose on top. Some of them contain coconut and things like that. And they all call them macaron. But this macaron, that, as we know, the most popular one that, that we brought from France, and is what we call in France the Parisian. The correct name is the Parisian macaron. It's the macaron from Paris. You go to other parts of France, they have some other cookies that they call macaron, but they don't look the same.
That's
So,
good to know when you're going to France and ordering some of these tasty cookies.
if you go to Paris and you call a cookie macaron, that's going to be the macaron. But if you go in the south of France and you say, oh, we'd like to have some macaron, they might serve you something else.
Good to know.
Good to know.
Good
If
to
they
know.
serve you a steak, you already made a mistake. And then
Then you know your French is off.